With 2017 coming to a close, the UFC is holding their final pay-per-view, UFC 219, at the end of the year. Some of the big fights on the card include a light heavyweight bout between Khalil Rountree and Gokhan Saki, a women's strawweight bout between Cynthia Calvillo and Carla Esparza, a welterweight bout between Carlos Condit and Neil Magny, and a lightweight bout between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Edson Barboza. This card is shaping up to be amazing, but it is still missing a main event. Which fight is big enough to headline UFC 219? In this video, I'll be discussing 5 fights that could main event UFC 219. Number 5. A matchup between current UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley and the number 3 ranked welterweight contender Colby Covington would be a great option as a main event for UFC 219. You guys might be like, what? Tyron Woodley vs Colby Covington as a main event? What kind of rubbish main event is that? Just hang on guys, let me explain. Okay, Tyron Woodley last defeated Demian Maia by unanimous decision at UFC 214. Colby Covington last defeated Demian Maia as well by unanimous decision at UFC Fight Night 119. Tyron Woodley has defended his title 2 times, whereas Colby Covington has won his last 5 fights impressively. Tyron Woodley is an excellent wrestler who also possesses one-punch knockout power, whereas Colby Covington is also a superb wrestler and is well-rounded in all areas. Colby Covington has been attacking Tyron Woodley on social media and has definitely created a lot of interest in this fight. Tyron Woodley recently mentioned that we may see him compete before the end of the year, where this fight may happen sooner than we think. Number 4. A matchup between current UFC Women's Featherweight Champion Cris Cyborg versus the former UFC Bantamweight Champion Holm would be a great option as a main event for UFC 219. Cris Cyborg last defeated Tonya Avenger by TKO at UFC 214, and Holm last defeated Bethe Correia by knockout at UFC Fight Night 111. Both fighters have complete opposite fighting styles, where it would be interesting to see what would happen. Cris Cyborg comes out headhunting, trying to take her opponent's head off, whereas Holm is a counter striker who uses her distance and movement to wait for the right opportunity to engage. Both fighters were so close to facing each other, but they couldn't come to an agreement. If the UFC offered them what they wanted, this could still be a great main event, where it would definitely be a great fight to see. Number 3. A matchup between current interim UFC lightweight champion Tony Ferguson and the number 6th ranked lightweight contender Nate Diaz would be a great option as a main event for UFC 219. Tony Ferguson last defeated Kevin Lee by a triangle choke at UFC 216, and Nate Diaz last lost to Conor McGregor by a majority decision at UFC 202. Tony Ferguson has looked like a phenom in the lightweight division, where he has put together a 10-fight winning streak over the best fighters in the weight class. Nate Diaz has faced the best lightweights in the UFC and is the only person to defeat Conor McGregor in the promotion. If the UFC can convince Nate Diaz to come back with the right amount of money, this fight is guaranteed to be an all-out war, and hopefully we can see it happen soon. Number 2. A title unification bout between the current UFC lightweight champion Conor McGregor and the interim UFC lightweight champion Tony Ferguson would be a great option as a main event for UFC 219. Conor McGregor last defeated Eddie Alvarez by TKO at UFC 205, whereas Tony Ferguson last defeated Kevin Lee by a triangle choke at UFC 216. Conor McGregor has just about finished everyone he has faced and has also won 2 belts in 2 different weight classes. Tony Ferguson has just ran through just about everyone in the division, where he is looking like a dominant force in the weight class. Due to the recent incident involving Conor McGregor shoving a referee in Bellator, the UFC could delay his punishment to 2018 and let him defend his title for the first time. Anything could happen in this fight. Conor McGregor could KO Tony Ferguson, or Tony Ferguson could submit Conor McGregor. This fight would be a great way to end the year, where hopefully we can see it happen soon. Number 1. A trilogy fight between current UFC lightweight champion Conor McGregor versus number 6th ranked lightweight contender Nate Diaz would be the best option for UFC 219. In their first fight at UFC 196, Nate Diaz was able to submit Conor McGregor by a rear naked choke, shocking the world. In their second fight, Conor McGregor was able to win the fight by a majority decision at UFC 202. Since their second fight, Conor McGregor won the UFC lightweight title from Eddie Alvarez at UFC 205, and Nate Diaz has been waiting for his 3rd fight with Conor McGregor. I think this fight would be a perfect way to end the year, as their second fight was too close to call. Anything can happen in this fight, well hopefully we can see it happen soon.